this is Dan.
Bob.
And Eric.
From GigaBoots.com, and welcome to GigaBoots podcast number 67. Is it 67?
Shit. Is it 67?
That sounds right. I didn't check beforehand, though.
We're gonna run with it being 67, and if we're wrong, we're wrong.
If we're wrong, we'll all hide the body.
Oh, right. Order 66 was last week, so yeah.
Yes.
67.
Yes.
Good. I'm on top
Okay.
of things. I'm really feeling it. We're gonna call this one mood lighting. We actually didn't color the lighting in the background in order to make it
I should have brought a collared shirt, button-down shirt, so I could unbutton. Bob, unbutton your top button.
I should have worn a jumpsuit so that way I could just zip it down. Yaronaika.
Okay.
But in any case, hey, I hear that this podcast is where we talk about video games.
I heard that.
I don't
it's just
think
a rumor,
this is
though.
GigaBoots. You know what's good?
What?
Blood Blockade Battlefront.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
It's a
You
really
made
good
up that
anime.
title.
No, I didn't. It's an anime. This is pretty good.
All right, now I believe you.
I think you even might enjoy it.
Blood Block Battle Wars.
Blood Blockade Battlefront. B3. It's not actually called that.
Okay.
I'm trying to help you remember it.
Blood Blockade.
Battlefront. Yeah, it's hard to say. It's like deep, dark fantasies
That's very easy to say.
for you. Most people are apprehensive about being the weirdo who just said that.
I'm okay with it. I've had a random stranger on the street. I was coming out of a grocery store. I went to go off the curb, but I didn't. I did a weird little dance to get back on the curb because a car was coming. The guy in the car just drove by slowly, went, "You're weird," and drove off. It was the proudest moment of my life.
That guy's weird.
So I'm used to being the weird one.
What the fuck's with that guy?
I thought he had good
You
taste.
walk weird.
Yeah, strange.
I go buy beer. Drinks beer.
We were pretty close to a liquor store. Maybe that's was. He was in a truck.
Maybe he went through the drive-thru. They have it.
It still just blows my mind that that's legal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember taking a quiz of where are you? It was do you have drive-through beers? That's a thing? What? That sounds super illegal.
There's one in Defuniak Springs because they're just classy enough. I went there once with a coworker. He picked up I forget what, malt liquor or vodka on the way home. And I'm just not only is he picking that up on the way home it's nothing, it's just another work day, but he did it in the drive-thru.
That's how you know you were some really classy coworker.
Yeah, it was great.
Jeez. Okay.
Defuniak Springs, it's a life experience.
Did we say a good one?
No. So, I heard you guys played video games. Let's start with Bob.
Oh,
Bob,
all right.
we played Umihara Kawase.
We did.
What's the full title? Umihara Kawase...
Sayonara Umihara Kawase Plus.
Blood Blockade Battleground.
Wow, that'd be really weird to work in.
Star Wars. That's something else we could talk about, because that's news.
Yeah?
Star Wars?
Yeah, that Star Wars Battlefront thing happened in the last
No,
week.
we talked about that last week.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, nothing happened in this last week.
Not much.
I'm just scraping
Everything's
at
just
things,
we don't want to talk about anything right before that Call of Duty stuff that's about to be announced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so scared.
So scared.
So, Umihara Kawase. Sayonara Umihara Kawase Plus.
Yep. It's a Vita port of the 3DS version. And it comes with the original from the Super Nintendo.
What?
Yeah, so the Vita version just
Okay.
has the whole original Super NES game, which has never been brought over to the United States before, on it. Mm-hmm. And then this new one that was made for the 3DS.
Is it good, though?
It is a platformer.
It's
It is
interesting.
a 2D gameplay platformer. The new version has 3D graphics, and the old version is just, 2D sprite work for the Super NES. And you go around as a cute little girl, but a slightly older one in the new one.
Yeah, they
Optionally to go as young a young girl, and you use this fish lure thing to grab ledges.
So
And
go
it's
make
apparently
shot.
you're a sushi chef who's using a fish lure.
Sushi.
Sushi.
That's hard to say.
set.
the weird thing here about Sushi Chef, it's not actually sushi. That's a Z in Japan. Zushi.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
If I'm wrong, I would love to be wrong. So if I'm wrong, just fill the fucking comments with that. But yeah, I'm pretty sure. And that just makes me angrier when I have to say the phrase sushi chef.
Oh yeah.
You want to be
Because yeah, they don't
chef?
have to. Yeah, that's easier. Because the S sound at the beginning makes it really hard for me. Sushi chef. Sushi chef.
Vichyssoise.
C'est la vie. Hey, Case Bob, give us the rundown.
Break it down.
You like, as you were saying, you use that fishing line to sort of latch onto something. You can latch onto basically anything in the environment except ice. Like when you run into ice, you can't latch onto that.
Oh.
And then you probably shoot
Are
death.
there enemies to deal with?
There are enemies.
They're giant fish.
They're
Of
weird,
course.
weirdo fish with like human legs. Or
Okay.
frogs.
All right.
And all these Dutch things. But you like latch your hook into them. And then you can either wind them in and like catch them like that and show them your backpack. Or you can walk up to them and do that same thing.
For points or
To get them out of the way.
Oh, just to remove
Because
them from field.
one hit, you're dead.
Oh.
Yeah.
This game is non-forgetting at all.
And the platforming is insanely hard, so you fall to your death a lot.
Yeah, it takes a whole lot of work to get used to the way that mechanic works because you can...
This is the Dark Souls of 2D platformers.
Yes! Sure, why not? Why wouldn't it be the Dark Souls of 2D platformers?
Well, maybe it's the Skyrim of 2D platformers.
Where are those sides? I need the sides.
No, you don't.
But yeah, once you get used to the mechanic of latching it onto things, you can actually move really fast using the swing mechanic.
Yes. It is
Dangerously so.
It is very hard to get a hold of that thing because it is very physics-y.
Yeah, it's-
Unlike Bionic Commando or a lot of other games, you do have elasticity in your line,
So it's kind
and you
of
can
like a
tighten it.
spring.
Yeah, so you can tighten it, and then it'll like fucking like catapult you, basically, like
Okay.
rocket you off.
That's kind of how the grappling hook in Super Metroid worked. If you like shortened it as you swung up, you hauled ass across.
Yeah,
Right,
I
but
know there are
that's-
other games that do that, but when you add that extra layer of elasticity to it, it makes it even weirder. Like,
and how
those
you-
physics are strange.
How you can latch it literally anywhere. That changes it so much. Like there's puzzles you have to like throw into the ground and then jump off a cliff and swing back around under it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
So
sounds
you
pretty
gotta
cool.
loosen it up enough to then tighten it up as you hook underneath.
It's like a controllable rubber band.
Yes.
Yes. I kind of wish that game was designed for 2 sticks because you could operate the tightening with the right stick.
Yeah. That game could definitely use some better control options.
Yeah, because the weird thing is you actually can't, like, you know how a lot of games with the hookshot thing, you push left and right and you'll start pushing your weight.
Yeah.
Well, you could do that in this, but you can't tighten the thing while you do that.
Because of this, the way you do it is the D-pad. So holding down will make her retract it, and holding up will make her loosen
Okay.
it.
And you can't hold down left or down right. Like, or up right and up left. It'll just ignore the shortening and lengthening function of that.
I don't
Okay.
think so.
No, yeah, it will. I was doing it. That was my major problem with that game. I was like, she's just leaning. I mean, does it work if you have, like, you said you changed your control scheme. Did it affect, like,
didn't-
that input?
It didn't affect that input, no, because
Okay.
you can't change those inputs, but you can change it so.
Is there some crazy thing that's like, allow that thing that makes this mechanic work? Because I had to, like, do the leaning part and then do the tightening part as two separate
you
functions.
really you don't do the leaning part much. It's all like you tighten it and then you like swing while you're tightening it.
Right,
It's
yeah.
weird.
The
It's super-
situation I was doing it from was like a jump up, shoot, throw hook shot, and then lean, and then go to do. Where if you were able to do that, like in
You should
midair,
probably-
you could, yeah.
Most of the time when you run into something like that, you should show the thing straight up, then back up a bit, and then launch yourself by retracting it. Like if you have enough room.
Yeah,
to do
I
that.
see what you're saying.
But yeah, it would be nice to have more.
Yeah, because I know there is an exact game that did the thing I'm trying to do in this, and it felt pretty nice. I can't remember what it was though, but like I remember being able to fling myself crazy fast in it. It was not Axiom Verge. Getting that out of the way now.
Did it?
And it wasn't Bionic Commando.
I don't think
'Cause you
Axiom
can't-
Verge had a grappling hook.
Yeah,
Did
it
it? Oh,
stole
shit, it
the
did.
Bionic Commando arm.
Yeah,
was like, wait,
it was,
what?
I almost because I got it and then immediately got a power up that made it completely useless to me. So
Yep. So
I
then it
don't
was Axiom
remember it.
Verge. But yeah, like what was it? We were making the joke of like somewhere halfway through Axiom Verge, Bob and I, and then it became all of the most overrated games of all time. Here's the shield from Rygar and this thing from Bionic Commando.
It did have the thing shields from Rygar.
It did. It was pretty incredible. I'm like, oh god, these hipsters. When did they show up? And it just like cuts from the couch to a pulled out shot, and now like a bunch of hipsters with mustaches. They're like, this is a cool game. Ah! Hi. In any case, yeah, I don't know what game it was, but it felt really nice.
One weird thing is it has a quick retry button. You can't use it until after you beat the stage. So it's for going
What?
back and like
It's for getting better times.
Getting better times, and every stage you can find backpacks, and backpacks unlock stuff like extra characters to play as.
Okay. Do they control differently, or is it just skins?
It looks like just
aesthetic.
skins.
Yeah.
I think some of them might not have the time mechanic, which is like freezing time so you can aim with your hook.
Oh
Which is
yeah,
a super
there's
weird
there's
thing.
a button to do that, and it doesn't have an effect or anything. It just pops up with a giant 8-segmented circle on the screen, and I'm like, what do
Yeah.
you want me to do? And I push a direction, and the direction I push lit up, and I'm like, and then I hit the shoot button, and she shot it up and right, and I'm just like, what?
So is a little girl wanders around with a fishing hook and flings herself around a stage, and you press the button, you control time. That
Seemingly,
seems
yeah.
that seems thematically correct. Sure.
Yes.
Some stages just have checkpoints too. Some don't.
No.
I don't know.
I only got about 5 levels in, maybe 6, and then I jumped over to the Super NES one to check that out. You know, the reason I know about this game is Game Setter CX. I think you.
Yeah, I
same
saw
for
that.
you. Yeah, you and
that's-
I were watching that.
And I thought it was so crazy they were able to do physics like that on the Super Nintendo.
I mean, it is. It's totally nuts because you didn't really see any other Super Nintendo game with the elasticity hookshot thing that like could curve around surfaces. Because it's not just that you're shooting it into a thing and then tightening. It's that it goes and it clips at the cliff and then it can swing under.
Right, and if you say like a conveyor belt, you can throw it on the conveyor belt, and it'll actually pull
And the
it.
conveyor will pull you up it. Yeah, it's pretty sophisticated for a Super NES game.
And then
Bob, this was $20.
yeah, this is way more expensive than this should be. It's really nice that it comes with that Super Nintendo game. That
It is.
That almost justifies it for me.
I feel like some people would probably maybe get it just for that. I hear that let me rephrase that. So it was a 3DS game.
Right.
It looks it.
It looks it. It runs better than the 3DS, but that's
Oh my god, it
basically
ran worse on 3DS.
Yes.
I mean, it runs fine here.
Yeah, like it runs solid 60 on the Vita here,
Yeah, but
but yeah,
Wow.
3DS, not so much,
I see.
which is weird because as you saw, it doesn't look great.
Yeah, no, it really doesn't. In fact, it does this weird thing where as you move up in the foreground on these platforms and stuff, the background will like swing up in a way that's wholly unnatural to follow you, and it's 3D. So it's just like, and then the backyard got higher.
Was
Okay.
trying to remember the other weird 3D thing. Oh wow, the bosses in this game are awful.
Yeah.
I would bet the
Yeah.
platforming is its own enemy.
Right.
I don't want to deal with the boss at the same time. That's a 2-on-1 fight.
Yeah. Like I beat a few on the 3DS. I got back to one of them that was on there,
Yeah.
and I can't beat him again. And I'm like, oh no. The other ones that I couldn't beat on the 3DS, those were insane.
So that's cool. That's a game on the Vita. You can get that.
Yep.
We're gonna alternate people. Eric, name a game you played.
Bastion.
Still,
I'm real close to platinuming it. Okay.
You've been streaming that a lot.
Yeah, I have.
Which is why people should follow you at Everyday Heretic
Yes.
on the Twitter.
You should do that, or just on Twitch at Wordomancer. Wordomancer.
Wordomancer.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of streaming of Bastion.
is that like Birdomancer?
It is
No.
like that, kind of,
What?
except that it's not.
Oh, darn it.
I do a lot of streaming. I stream more than these juggalos, even. So if you want to see one of us stream a lot, it's this guy.
It's that guy.
But doing a lot of Bastion streaming because I've been trying to get the platinum for it. I'm one trophy away. I have to get 1,000,000 points in score attack mode.
Is that
Total.
that hard? Or is that something you can basically keep like retrying and get
You can
points?
retry each level. You don't have to. You don't have one straight shot and then you screwed it up. It's
Okay.
you can go through each level multiple times.
But
and
each
try and get
level's
a higher
got
score.
a score that is just for that level. It's not like a persistence thing where like I scored that much once and that'll keep adding up.
No, you have to. Each level has its own score, but you have to get all of your scores across every level to be 1,000,000. On average, first easy run through of it, I got tens of thousands of ones per level, so it might be more difficult. But unfortunately, I was like, I got to the end of the game. And I was like,
God,
I beat it, and then it gives you an option to do New Game Plus with your new game save. So I was like, oh, it'll be easier to get these scores because you almost never first game through get max levels or all your equipment maxed.
Right.
So I went to start New Game Plus. It started a new game in normal mode, not in score attack mode. And it erased my score attack mode save. So now I have to go and play it through for a 4th time.
Great.
Yay. I was really sad about it at first, and I started playing it again and went, this is fine. This is good. I like this.
That's probably how Dragon's Crown is going to go for me.
I love that game so much. I feel like if that was the only game I could play for the rest of my life, I'd be pretty okay with it. I just heart that game. I love it. I love it, love it, love it.
I'm like, Super Mario 64? Because I'm like, Resogun? That's kind of short.
But yeah, once I'm done with that, I haven't touched Bloodborne, and I have meant to bring it over so you can borrow it. Because I haven't touched it in like weeks. I've been too in the Bloodborne, in the Bastion hole.
In the Bastion.
And after that, I'm going to go into Transistor, finally. But yeah. I will have hopefully mastered this game at the end of this cycle, and I can be done with it for just a bit.
And then we'll let's play it.
Okay! I'm okay with that!
We actually
Hooray!
kind of almost have something lined up for the let's play, but we don't want to talk about it yet. We'll wait till it happens.
Just let it happen. Just let it wash over you.
Wash over you.
Anyway, no. It's fine if I do it.
Tease.
Yeah, I am that.
So, Bob, what else have you been playing?
I also bought Shovel Knight.
Oh, I played Shovel Knight!
There you go.
We can talk about Shovel Knight!
I've also played Shovel Knight.
Surprise.
What?
Have you
Not on the PS4.
I'm actually doing it solely on the Vita.
Cool. Is that experience good?
It seems good. I mean, I haven't really played Shovel Knight ever, so seems good. Seems
Okay.
pretty good.
Hey, Bob.
I'm keeping my experience with it solely on the PS4 because I'm like, I don't... Dealing with trust save junk, I don't want to do that.
Is he
I
usually just hitting a button in a menu where it says sync saves?
Usually, but where I'm like constantly using my Vita to have something to do while I play Bloodborne, and I want to be able to take it, yeah.
Exactly. It would be perfect for that.
But then I'd be, I don't know, I feel like it'll end up losing the save somewhere.
No, it
and
always checks what's your most recent.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, like, I've never had a problem with that. I did it with Hotline Miami and at least one or two other games. But yeah, I mean, so the PS4 experience is good?
Yeah. That is
I wanted to
definitely
stay
better
on
than the Wii U.
I want to stay on Vita because it feels slightly better on a Vita. I don't know. It feels like with the graphics level and the kind of game it is, it feels better on a Vita.
I mean, I'm
on a handheld.
I'm
for
fine
me.
with taking an NES game and playing it on a
Sure.
console.
I mean, okay.
Like an NES.
Yeah.
What is an NES? I'm just kidding.
I figured this looks more Super NES.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Those graphics
Sweetie.
Look, man. I've
it's like a fully hauled NES.
I've never owned an NES, so my gaming experience started Super and went from there.
Thanks for asking.
What?
See, that's so super. Thanks for asking.
It was
South
a
Park joke.
really dumb joke. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
If you want to distract you from
Not yet. You're not.
But
distract you from Bob's joke, I can bring up your hate speech on NES games aren't real games.
When did I say that?
I never forget. I like how you were at the edge of the frame, so you're just like out of frame.
The sheer amount of hate blasted me out of frame.
First row top. But yeah, so the Vita,
shitlord.
the Vita experience is good.
Yeah, I'm having a good time with it.
how far did you get?
I'm at the graveyard. So
Great. So Spectre Knight.
Spectre Knight. I was like, play no.
Okay, guys.
Spectre.
So I've been talking to these two, and you know how in the fucking Shovel Knight Let's Play, I'm like, we're gonna play it again once we can do 60 frames per second. And then they announced the PS4 one. I'm like, we'll do it when it comes out on PS4. And I keep talking to these two, and they're like, oh, why don't we wait till the DLC, Dan? You're a bit crazy. Let's have any reason to play this through again other than 60 frames per second. And I don't get it.
I guess we have Kratos.
Is he in?
Yeah, he's in it for once.
There you go. Good enough. There. Thank you, Bob. Then we'll just go right to it.
What did you do?
Yeah. When you two are like, oh, I played this far. Oh, I played this far. I'm like, why? You put it down? Like, how did you do it?
Bastion.
Are you a wizard?
Bastion.
Are you a
Bastion.
Stop dodging the question. Are you a wizard?
Yes.
Words come out.
I just said I was a wordomancer.
But yeah, I've been going back to Bloodborne a lot just because I'm like so deep in like I was so close to getting what I was looking for in Bloodborne, and
now there's super easy load times with that patch.
Right.
God damn, did that help?
Yeah,
the Digital Foundry did a full rundown of like with the normal hard drive, with a solid state or hybrid drive.
And also, what's the new patch?
Yeah, it was nice. Oh man, I was like, oh, I need a hybrid drive.
Yeah, how fast did it make those?
It made one of the load times on Respawn 16 seconds. So that's like really short for that.
Right.
Originally it was like 50 plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, so and you know, with the patch it brought it down to 20 something on a normal. I just like I only played Bloodborne once, and it was the night before they patched that. And the whole time I spent going, I don't understand how you assholes could be okay with this amount of load time.
Poor asshole.
And Bob goes, well, I've just been playing my Vita.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, there you go. That makes sense.
Play Advance Wars in between load times, but now it really doesn't matter because
that's-
the load times are so short.
Yeah, but Advance Wars is a really good game, and now I'm
And then
sad.
it's like, now I'm just playing Advance Wars.
This is cut into my Umihara Kawase time and my Seven Clock Grid time. What the heck, Bloodborne? I want those load times to be twice as long.
Time to ding up that hard drive. Takes a hammer to it. Fucking.
Or you could just play those games. No.
What?
Bam.
But yeah, Shovel Knight.
Shovel
I'm
Knight.
super psyched for that. I love that game. That game is everything that's wrong with most modern reboots of old franchises. Like it is the antithesis to that. It is everything that those should be. Is
Right.
the problem. Mighty Number 9 is gonna come out, and people are gonna go, "Oh my god, this is garbage. Why didn't you make that thing?"
So it's a good question.
I mean, it is. It really is. They added so many mechanics. And every time I talk to somebody other than Bob who also owns it, ignoring Tosh, Mighty Number 9 that is, the beta and stuff, I'm like, yeah, it does all these things. They're kind of shit. And they're like, yeah, they're weird. I'm sure it'll make sense in the full game. And I'm like,
Sweetie.
diagonal shooting will not make sense. Your weird 180 sick skater trick in midair.
Oh my god. What?
There's
I
a
don't
thing in
remember
Mighty
that
Number
angle
9
shooting.
where you hold R2 and you press jump and he does a leap diagonally, and then if you push shoot in midair, he shoots where he was. Imagine that was just in a Mega Man game, and that's pretty contextually accurate. It's really weird. There's also a dash, but if you hold down in dash, you are slightly skinnier by 2 pixels. And then that helps you get past one part.
I'm very glad I have not followed this at all.
Yeah.
At all.
You're also really glad you didn't spend $250 on it.
I am very glad about that. Well, I might say the most glad.
How much did you spend?
I think 80.
Okay, that's nice.
And that was already a lot.
Yeah. Tosh wins. Hey.
$1,000.
Oops, I dropped $10 million.
I wonder when all that physical good stuff is coming, and yeah.
I still haven't... I still don't feel like I got all of my Skullgirls.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Still?
Yeah. They said the major problem has been that one of their physical distribution centers is like... And manufacturing is in Boston. And Boston's been really fucked by snow.
Huh.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. So that...
It's coming along with your Amiibos then.
What? Were amiibos delayed because of that?
They were delayed because of lots of things.
I thought it was
involving
delayed
shipping.
because of strike.
Yeah, shipping strike. I feel like there was some weather issue too. I don't know.
Swamp gas.
Swamp gas, mainly that.
You know.
Reflected off the rays of Venus.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine.
Puts on shades. But yeah.
Any word on
Shovel
amiibos,
Knight.
or is it just still crying? Just
Yeah.
endless crying.
That's all amiibos
I
are.
heard that in the UK they started letting people order those Yoshi
That one?
Woolly World?
Woolly, yeah, those ones.
Neat.
I haven't heard anything about that in America yet. They'll probably just show up one day.
So
and
Shovel Knight's
explode.
really, Shovel
Shovel
Knight's
Knight-
really good. Shovel Knight.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know what
really
else to
good.
say about Shovel Knight. We talked about this a whole lot when we
There was
let's
an
played
entire
it.
Let's Play of Shovel Knight. Which, if we can't talk about it here, imagine an entire other Let's Play. How boring that would be.
That's why I'm doing it
Dan?
with aggro. Our fans are like, sure, you got someone else so the commentaries do. This is still that game. And I'm like, fuck you. This isn't about you.
This website isn't about you, the people watching. It's about us being shitlords.
Every endeavor in life kind of is. Creative work is about the author. Businesses are run for money to get the people who run the money.
Charities because they just want to be assholes and be like, I'm better than you. I have a charity.
Actually, no, that's also to make them money.
Yeah, it's a tax write-off.
You should look into charities.
I-
Actually, you know, life advice, you shouldn't look into charities. It's depressing. So let's talk about things that aren't.
Hey, I played more Bloodborne. I got my katana.
Yeah, it's like a cool, like, cursed blood katana thing.
Yeah, you shove it in the sheath and then it pulls it out and it's all covered in goop.
I'm going to say that goop, probably blood.
Probably blood.
Makes sense. Real quick, so I got to play Bloodborne.
Yeah.
And that was my first experience with a Souls game.
Oh, okay.
If you include that as a Souls game.
Yes.
So, you know
Everyone
how the
does.
reputation they get is like, oh, it's so hard. It's an incredibly hard game. It's fucking ridiculous. It's going to kill the shit out of you.
Right.
This really seems like less than NES hard, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of got the opinion that it was going to be Contra, at least.
Yeah,
Like,
no, that's not what they actually are.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool that it sets itself up like an NES game in that, like, every level's structured and on a timer. Like, you go into Old Yarnum, and these people start walking down the street this exact same way every fucking time.
Yeah,
and that's awesome.
That's actually something that's more unique to Bloodborne. Like,
really?
The enemies basically don't move in Dark Souls. Like they
Which is why you cheese them from a random cliff with a bow and arrow.
Yes.
I watched him do it. It was pretty great. But yeah, that's really cool. It is nowhere near as hard as I imagined.
Oh, yeah.
It would have been way easier if I got to keep playing instead of, changing hands with the controllers.
Right. I mean, I feel like that's not a good way to experience that game.
No, it really
at all.
wasn't.
I don't.
Like, not even
I can't
slightly.
suggest that at all because it's just like the guys who have played it a whole bunch just show you where to go.
Then the guys who played it a whole bunch run the ball behind the enemy line and go, your turn.
Here you go. What?
Go get the souls.
You were at a point in the game where you couldn't even use the souls, so whatever.
That's true. But hey, I soon was at a point where I could.
Again, you can borrow it. And play it. to
When
your
would
heart's
I
content.
play it?
You had time to play it the other day.
Yes. That time is gone. That lost forever.
Past.
The best!
No!
But
Okay.
I feel like the hardness more comes from, if you fail, there's a good chance you can just completely lose all level ups you've done. And that's what some people perceive as like the extra layer.
You know what I think it is? You ready for this? They died in a video game.
Yeah.
Like in the double digits.
a lot.
Think about Call of Duty. On the highest difficulty, you will die in the double digits in Call of Duty.
Right.
On the normal
Story
mode, you
yeah.
will probably die 3 times the whole game.
Yeah.
And that'll be
And it will
one
make-
spot.
Uh-huh.
That is why I think they think this game is so hard. Because
Right.
these fucking pussy-ass motherfuckers are so coddled by modern games. Like, Assassin's Creed. Dying?
Yeah, I had a fan of Skyrim.
Oh, you
who
mean
just,
desynced if you ever even get there.
my sync is so hard.
Guys, let's be honest here. You desync a lock in Assassin's Creed because there's so many glitches.
Oh, I don't have a face.
You can't see them. Yes, I can. Where's my face? Oh, you said you had a fan of something?
Skyrim.
Uh-huh.
It was like, bought it because it got all the good reviews. It's like, I can't play this game. I can't find the first boss, and then the things killed me, and then it loads for a long time.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's just like, well, if you keep trying, you just need to get to the first boss.
You need to be better. Like, could you let that hang for a moment and see
Wait,
if
did
it
you say
like
Skyrim or Bloodborne?
Skyrim.
he bought Bloodborne, but he's a fan of Skyrim.
Oh.
Yeah, so you can imagine how that went. Of like,
Skyrim is another game where it's like, yeah, no, just wander around and be amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
most AAA games kind of feel that way, where it's like, wander around and be amazing.
Yeah, there's a lot of, like, you're so cool.
Yeah.
Go and be cool. In games.
You love dragons, right?
Yes! You love Macho Man Randy Savage, right?
Yeah.
Yes!
Yeah, this game is very much, you wake up, you have nothing. We didn't give you a weapon.
And I mean, it
Go deal.
it sets the tones. It sets the tone very firmly, so that way assholes who just don't get it should get it. And it's like, the first thing you see is gonna kill you.
More or less.
Yeah, that
I mean,
werewolf
I
thing.
almost got him, but that's only because I saw other people play the game.
Right.
And then Jeff was like, oh, hit this button to do quick swipes. And I'm like, okay. And then I go, and then it fucking eats me. And I'm like, shit, Jeff, why?
Oh, it's my turn to play. Look at that.
Oh, look, I'm so good.
Yeah,
how I play video
this,
games.
This,
Yeah.
this
The
game's
back
like
fingers are
first
most of it.
first thing, stupid thing kills you isn't as bad as the other Souls games. Because Demon Souls, it was that stupid like giant like
Yeah.
fat demon that was just like, hey, guess what? Blah, and
Yeah,
then you're
him
dead.
in Dark Souls original both
Yeah.
pulled that. Dark Souls 2 really didn't.
Not
It was
that
weird.
unless
Dark
you
Souls
wandered
2
off
is
and
weird.
found the hippo monster.
Right.
Fucking Dark Souls 2 is just weird.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
It is a
looking
bunch
at it,
of
I know
weird-
what is weird for a Souls game just because I played Bloodborne. Which is totally strange to play one game in a series and then play another and go, you are the weird one.
Black Sheep, what?
Yeah.
I mean, some people apparently still love it. But
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Plenty of people love it because they probably didn't play one.
I remember watching a critique of it was like, there's all these problems, but this is still like better than like at least 60% of many modern games released nowadays.
Well, I mean, it's a game that challenges people, and a lot of people got into gaming because it was a thrilling way to be engaged.
It's a game that respects you and doesn't want to just show you a wonderful time. It's like, this is a game, this is a challenge. You either play it or go out, go home. Like,
Yeah.
and so many other things are like, come this way to the Candy Land. Yeah, you're Batman. Go
And
punch a
cutscenes.
guy.
Yeah.
Go punch a guy forever.
Yeah.
I was reading this forum post on the Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition Remastered one.
Why?
And someone was like, oh, I just finished playing DMC, and Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. And I have a really hard time in this Devil May Cry 4. I don't really understand this system of charging up your sword. It doesn't make any sense. And all this other stuff is like... and then his last line was, I don't think it's a skill thing. Like, you don't understand how to use one of the primary mechanics. It's a skill thing.
Like, I don't... That's just impressive to be like, this root mechanic of this game isn't like these other games. I don't think it's skill.
There's like it's like a Mario game. The first enemy keeps killing me. How do I... there's no way to get around him. I don't think it's a skill thing.
I don't understand this jumping stuff.
You can what? You can be higher than you are now? I don't understand.
Check this out. 12-foot bong comes out of nowhere. Dan, how did you even? I'm not even angry.
I've seen like a lot of Let's Players like do so many things. They go into a game, they don't press all the buttons to see what they do.
Yes.
And then they go, how do I don't understand how to do this game. Maybe press a button.
What was it?
There are more than one button
There
on
was-
this controller. Press it. Press them all.
A compliment one of our fans gave us that they were like, the great thing about GigaBoots Let's Plays is that they actually are good at the games they're playing. And I'm like, yeah. The vast majority of Let's Players are pretty shit at games. Like, not just the one they're playing.
Yes.
A lot
Some
of the
do it
time.
on purpose, like blind playthroughs, which are funny.
Well, I mean, even then, they're still doing that thing you just mentioned where it's like, we didn't know you could run in Super Mario RPG, because buttons, who tries those?
Ugh.
Yeah.
And I mean, I hear about that
I mean-
happening a lot.
I guess we're just from a generation that played those RPGs that had a button to run, but at the same time, yeah, we found that.
I'm trying to think of RPGs that don't. Like, aside from PS3, like,
Yeah, I feel like I was predominant in those PS2 days. Even
can you not run in Skyrim?
It's probably like clicking the analog stick. Or
Right,
something.
I was gonna be like, I think you can even run in shit like that. You just can't run in Lightning Returns, which who the fuck holds that up as a metric to understand a genre?
Assholes?
There you go. Did you know there's an ICP energy drink?
I saw that.
Thanks, Jeff Gerstmann.
Ugh.
Showering us in lovely
Thanks
knowledge.
is not the word I would have used in that instance.
What would you have used?
Fuck you, Jeff Gerstmann.
Jeff Gerstmann.
Jeff Gerstmann.
Fucking that bright thing.
Oh,
In
yeah.
any case,
One thing I happened to, in Bloodborne I thought was super weird. Mm-hmm. I got, like, this is my second playthrough.
Yeah.
I found this item, which you can find in your first playthrough.
Yes.
It took me, like, you have to take it somewhere and do something, and then it takes you to, like, near the end of the game. And I'm, like, maybe halfway through the game. So, what?
As far as I know about that area, I think it's just a separate optional area. I don't think it's actual end of the game. Although I might be wrong.
Yeah, no, that is, if I continue in that area,
The game will end.
I can go find, like, some of the final boss sort of guys.
Oh.
I don't know
Well then.
if that's what unlocks the ability to finish the game or not, but it gets you darn close.
Still a mystery. I guess it's the other thing I do appreciate about Souls games is that they're a mystery. Everyone's got to figure out what to do and where to go, and it doesn't automatically tell you, go here, just do
See,
it.
there are mysteries in Transistor too. Like, was that really the ending?
Really?
Apparently, I don't
know.
like. Apparently,
I'll
people
find
let
out
that end,
eventually.
and they're like, "Story, where did you go?" Don't be scared. Good Transistor. No, that's my.
Good. Now tell me what you heard about.
Why aren't you bastard?
I'm kind of worried that's going to happen.
Yes. Like I don't.
He's pulling an
mean-
envelope, and the winner is yes.
Honestly, the combat wise in Transistor is just like, why aren't you Bastion? Like, that was enough to make me to stop playing it, and I haven't gone back.
And you didn't even play a lot of Bastion.
I didn't.
That's the scary part.
I love the art in that game, though. It looks
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. I yeah. Did you play anything else?
I mean, I know what I'm going to play next week, which is that Picross game that's being released on the Vita that apparently only I am excited about.
Of course.
Yeah.
Look, man, I love Picross. It's like Sudoku, but you get a sweet picture, like of an elephant, or an umbrella, or George Washington.
But Sudoku's already not fun. Oh no.
Then
Shut up.
into nothing he just watched.
You're like, yes, this is fine.
I approve.
Look, man.
You can't. Okay, for one, you can't argue with him. Sudoku is not fun.
It is challenging and a fun mental puzzle. The fun is in the challenge of figuring out stuff.
It engages your brain.
Yes. And
Maybe
Picross
if I
is
weren't
fun.
introduced to it through math class, I would be more interested.
See, I
in
was
it.
introduced mainly through brain training. Training
Oh, yeah?
brain in minutes a day. Or
You mean brain age?
brain age. Brain training age. Age of Inquisition.
Uh-huh.
Age of brain pyres.
Oh my
I
god!
cornered the grain market.
Have you guys heard of Tagashi Miike's new movie, which is like vampires but yakuza? So they don't have any vampiric abilities, but someone gets bitten and they become a yakuza. So there's like all these schoolgirls who are convinced that they're Yakuzas.
That can't be real.
Right?
What?
That's lovely. I feel like movies like that do really well internationally because it's just like no one anywhere can say that makes sense or doesn't. Like you just see it and you go, there's no way that makes sense.
Right?
Fuck you, movie.
So I'm really hoping that gets a US release.
Oh, yeah. I imagine if you heard about it, it likely will.
I heard through Kotaku, so. And Crunchyroll.
Well,
so those are not exactly the most likely of places.
I don't know. Let me zip up my hoodie and then back down and then halfway up.
Okay.
There you go.
So yeah, I hope next week I'll be playing Picross a lot, maybe some Shovel Knight, and definitely some Bastion, and hopefully some Transistor. That would be lovely if I could get that platinum on Bastion. Because god damn it.
Have you played Stealth, Dan?
I didn't play anything.
Yeah?
I didn't play anything.
You didn't play?
I didn't play anything.
You didn't play?
I played a lot of Smash. We actually had seven motherfuckers up in this joint
and,
playing some goddamn Smash Bros.
And Beto.
And Beto.
The Mega Man amiibo.
That fucking bastard.
Yes.
We had to take him out. I was so tired yesterday.
Yeah.
What was with that?
I don't know.
I was just like fucking... Brett was beating me at Puyo Puyo Tetris.
You're like, this shall not stand.
No, like, I couldn't wake up. I was beyond tired. I mean, I'm kind of tired right now, and it's 9:21. Who am I?
Me?
Oh! Beard just comes out.
It's like the hairs all go straight first and then fall down.
If you could somehow in post edit my face onto your face.
No, that's really creepy. No, you stop making that face at the end of that,
Never.
Eric. That's rude. The best part is you're so far forward that you're actually out of focus slightly, so you got like this, ha! Out of focus look.
Well, otherwise I'm back here.
Everyone's experiencing the depth of field.
Depth. This is what happens when there's no news. We switch to the news segment. It's over in another minute.
Right, so we're fighting it.
We're vamping.
But yeah, no, Bloodborne. I used the axe. You say the axe is a mistake. What do you think?
I say the axe is incredible.
That's two
Right.
against one now, Bob.
I mean,
Jeff loves it. You say it's
I love it.
incredible.
Yeah. That charged R2 attack with the spin is amazing.
I mean, he saw me take out dozens of people like that.
right. It's super good, but also super dangerous.
well, yeah, there's risk to it. Yeah, because it's a pretty long charge up.
Right.
Not as long as the charged up pile bunker. That's like a solid minute of charging. But yeah, it's really good. But I managed to kill basically everything so far in the game with that charged R2. You just gotta space correctly, time it for them running up to you, and then kill them instantly.
It's pretty great.
Yeah.
You know what else is pretty great?
What?
Molotov cocktails.
Yeah.
It's always great to be like, no, and then five guys are like, shit!
You're right, I'm sorry.
That is very no.
What a wonderful argument.
I wonder if you can upgrade some stat and that affects the Molotov, but it doesn't tell you. Maybe Arcane?
I think that they stack with, because I think they have, like, they'll note scaling on there.
Oh, yeah?
I think so.
Huh.
So they may scale better.
Because
Well, there was some item that, I
Yeah,
think it was daggers that scaled with skill or something. So, like, throwing daggers would do more damage.
yeah, so maybe Molotovs have something like that too. Because I'm just
Maybe.
thinking of like
I would assume
Molotovs are useless in New Game Plus to me. But if I have some stat to boost to make them useful again, that would
Maybe
be
it's
pretty
arcane.
neat.
You have crap arcane, but
Right.
like a lot of skill. So
I felt really weird that in Bloodborne, let me rephrase this, in Saints Row the Third, I got it for free on PlayStation Plus, I made a fairly hot chick exactly to my liking. I get Bloodborne, I can't even get a person I'm okay with looking at the face of.
welcome to Souls games.
I just fucking, like...
that is a pretty
And that's a step
thing.
up from Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
Just so we're clear, I don't normally make chicks in video games when I get a character creator. I just go with whatever I'm feeling at the moment. With Saints Row the Third, I'm like, I don't want to see me in this game because that's stupid, so I'm gonna make this thing. And then I made
it meat with boobs.
I made a chick, and she was awesome, and I was like, wow, that was, I didn't expect that from a game where it's like GTA-esque, and it has its character
Well, I
creator.
think it
I
matters
expected
more.
it to be Bloodborne level,
Right.
and Bloodborne to be it level.
It matters more in that game because you see your character like all the time, but with Bloodborne, you basically start covering up head to toe.
Though true,
Almost
they give you
immediately.
a billion vectors of adjusting the faces.
Yeah.
And then they just don't really help.
Right, because no matter where you choose, it's not even the uncanny valley, it's just the ugly valley. Like, there are some parts that are uncanny valley. On my fucking lady's neck, this fucking polygon right here would just... It would just be out always.
Is that the Adam's apple stat?
No, it was fucking like Event Horizon Apple. Like, I don't fucking. It just like ka-chunk. Like, no matter what I did, I was like, no, your neck is fucked
stop.
up, sweetie. Just
But
fucking.
it doesn't matter.
Punch
if you
it.
If you get Bob's helmet, it completely eradicates your head.
Yes. It's just super weird.
I'm so envious.
What was the political candidate we said that my character ended up looking like? And I think most male characters look like?
Mitt Romney?
Yeah, that was...
Yes, you can really make Mitt Romney in that game.
I mean, Mitt Romney slaying werewolves. It was a good time.
Yeah,
Why
that's
not?
way better than Abraham Lincoln. You know why? Because Abraham Lincoln generally viewed as a good president. Mitt Romney, not even a president. So when you combine that with like this bacon culture hyperbolistic bullshit, that's amazing. And it's like presidential candidate Mitt Romney versus zombies and vampires. Like, that's great. I like it.
Yeah.
Guys, I think we're going to the news. News. There's a little bit of news.
This is how we stretch.
You want me to rip my face open?
On it.
No one has ever given that cue to a talk show host. Conan's like, okay, I'm gonna do it.
Is a bug person.
Which is about what my reaction was when somebody said Gears of War Remastered is coming to the Xbox One.
Yep, that's a still rumor.
And the craziest
In
part
my
is
hand, you will see the amount of fucks that I have for this news.
none. There are none fucks.
None fucks.
I just like even worse than Gears of War remastering is that it is only Gears of War 1.
Yep.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That game is fucking 9 years old.
Yeah, it's going 10th anniversary is next year. So, yeah, 9 years old this year.
What the fuck is with this gen? Like, this is the worst feeling
It
generation
turns out
ever.
this gen is last gen.
It turns out this gen is making last gen look good. Because at least last gen we got a few years of really trying before they just fucking gave up.
Right.
Which I would like
maybe,
to...
Maybe we're just in that transition. They're just about to start really trying. They're just about to do it. Maybe not.
So hey, that's great. It improves visuals.
Yeah, so it's supposed to have, like, I think the rumors are 60 frames per second and higher res textures and stuff. And yeah, it's like, great. You're still Gears of War 1. Apparently, a while back, the game director that's working on it now.
Because this is supposed to be BlackRock Studio?
It's weird. Black Tusk Studio.
Sorry.
That's what the original rumors were saying, but now some other things have come out saying, well, it looks like Splash Damage is working on the port. So
Well,
maybe
that would make sense.
Right,
Right.
'cause-
Splash Damage seems more like the people to
Quick
do that.
tangent. Where did Cliff Blazinski go?
He's working on... He works at Boss Key Studios, I believe it's called. Or at very
Which he
least
founded,
Boss
right?
Key something. Yeah, he founded it. And he's making what's basically Unreal Tournament.
Oh yeah.
And then after he announced that's what he was making, Epic came out and they're like, our new Unreal Tournament's free with microtransactions and community-based content. So it was kind of like, hey, Cliffy, fuck you. He's like, Shit. And the best part is, since they did it from the ground up, like, the game isn't even done for Unreal Tournament, but the marketplace is already there, the tools are already there, Unreal Engine 4 is already as cheap and free as it's gonna get, you know, because they made that huge push to compete with Unity. He beat them to the mark. They beat him to the market with the game he's making, and, like, with this cool marketplace thing to make it all Minecraftian almost.
Yep.
Yep. Poor Cliffy B.
Maybe there's something
like not
special
being
about
called
that. Yeah, no.
Well, it's either
What
we
did-
call
what
him
did Coach-
Cliffy B or Dude Huge.
Dude Huge is incredible.
Or is it Guy Huge?
I think it's Dude Huge.
Dude Huge, yeah.
Because there's
pretty sure.
the assonance going on.
Yep.
Dude Huge.
Dude Huge, yeah.
Man, I want to be called Dude Huge.
Do you?
Wait.
Because you're not ripped, so it has to apply to something else. And it's not your pee-pee.
Is it
My pee-pee?
my breasts?
Eh. Probably not.
Hopefully not.
This is huge. I am sorely disappointed in the cornucopia of tits humanity he's brought us. So in any case, Steam now allows users to sell mods.
Yep.
That is already going hilariously, with people selling HD packs for $100.
Oh, wow.
And of course, the picture on the Steam page is just Gabe Newell going,
So when it like Steam gets 30%, Bethesda,
That seems
if it's like
that's
Skyrim,
normal.
Gets some other percent, and like the end user gets like 10 or something.
probably. I mean, they're building something on top of that person's game, so that's sadly how that has to work.
Yeah, but you're still getting money.
I've just been
I
reading
don't
about all
know.
the
Well,
weirdness.
real quick, we'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
I'm not sure. You probably are getting Steam money, which is hard to convert into real money.
Yeah.
In fact, the way I know of to convert that into real money is to buy games with that money and then sell the tickets on like storefronts like eBay and other things in order to turn it into real money. So then you're shopping on sales.
But how did they deal with like the hat stuff? The people who just
Same deal.
They just
It's
Steam
all
money?
Steam money.
Really?
Yeah. At that
What are
point,
these
it's
people
like
turning their hat making business into a job. Like
they must just play that market pretty well.
okay,
That's my understanding of it. I'd love to be wrong. Bob, you said weirdness?
I heard weirdness about people reselling stuff that's like a modification of someone else's mod
Yes.
without their permission from the original. And yeah, that got them in a lot of trouble.
I believe it.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
I wonder how long till My Little Pony flashlights start going on sale, and then Hasbro has to show up on Steam.
For a one horrified moment, I thought you said My Little Pony fleshlights.
Don't worry, those exist.
Yeah, no, I don't doubt it.
They're just not on Steam
Yeah,
yet.
yet.
Wait till VR's out.
I mean, they're moving into hardware. They're gonna sell that HTC Vive.
Vibe.
Vive.
What is that?
You mean vibe because it's a flesh. It's for your dick.
I know HTC's making a flashlight. I don't know. It seemed just as likely that they would make VR if you asked me 2 months ago. So maybe this week they'll announce, "Hey, here's the HTC flashlight."
Dan Video Games, is HTC going to make A My Little Pony fleshlight, or B, a VR headset?
Does the My Little Pony flashlight have 4G?
Yes.
That one. You alright? We brought up My Little Pony flashlights. No one's alright.
What are we doing?
Square Enix is making a fucking conference press at the E3, June 16th.
At the 3 E's.
Yes, that's
Not the B3.
that's the first day of E3,
Yes.
which is 2 days after Bethesda's one.
Yes,
So
because that's a pre E3.
Right.
And then we have the pre-E3, and then we have the E3.
Oh yeah.
When am I going to have to place my pre-order for E3 conferences? That's what I'm asking.
Yes.
Can I trade in my old E3 conference videos for new ones?
We can arrange that.
Okay. I'm gonna show up at GameStop with my iPad and assume you guys can handle just all of it.
The pre-order bonus is hats for everyone at E3. Everyone's wearing a hat.
I like Sony. No, really.
But
Wow.
but
I love corporation. Yes, you do.
I'm honestly kind of excited, but at the same time disappointed because that means that they won't be showing up at like Sony and stuff.
I mean, that's the thing.
But getting
The
them
last
alone is
time
probably
they
better.
showed up at Sony, they were like, Final Fantasy VII, shitlords. Eat it right up. Bye.
But
So I'm okay with them not repeating that.
people who have their own conferences show up at the major public game owner conferences all the time. Like EA shows up.
True. Ubisoft shows up
well,
too much.
Yeah, Ubisoft shows up way too much. Oh fuck! Why'd you remind me?
You want to see like way too much Far Cry and Assassin's Creed for this year? We got that.
We got
3 times.
3 buckets of that.
I guess I need to request off E3.
Yeah, I'm already working on that myself.
What?
It's a lot easier in my case because I don't work in the game industry at any point.
It's okay though. My coworkers are game idiots.
What?
They don't keep
They don't know
keep
what
up
an
with
E3
news
is.
or anything like that. Well,
They don't know what E3 is
They-
and they work in a game store.
they are aware of what E3 is. They have no idea like
What it is, like
what-
really.
right. They know news comes out. I don't think that any of them watch conferences and that sort of stuff.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
What?
That's why I don't shop there.
yeah.
Bob's like, I wouldn't either. But hey, that's cool. You know, everybody keeps asking us, hey, you doing your GigaBoots live stream of E3? And I'm like, no, I'm having a fucking awesome party.
There's gonna be sandwiches there. Get your own sandwiches.
It would dilute the party to live stream it.
Yeah. Well,
So, fuck that. It's like, hey, you live streaming your birthday? Fucking no. I mean, I would love to for you guys, but what that live stream would be is a camera in the corner of the room showing the awesome party we're having in an unintelligible audio stream.
yes, because it's
Okay. I'm maybe people want to see that.
They probably do, because the idea of, like, I throw E3 parties every year with a lot of people is just pretty alien to most people. But then again, so is single couch multiplayer to most game industry people. Because they're just like, why doesn't it have online? That's the only way I play multiplayer. I'm a sad and lonely person. Meanwhile, we're like, hey, 7 people smash all just randomly.
Yeah.
Like, that wasn't a huge thing. That just happened.
right.
Which that was pretty great.
It was pretty fucking
that was
awesome.
good.
It was pretty fucking awesome. It really was.
There was some like it was a match between you as Ness and you as Shulk. What was it?
You were some other little villager.
Oh, you were a villager.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That was we were like, no, go Bob, because you had 2 lives. You had 1. Like, you can do it, Bob.
Yeah, everyone was so excited for Bob.
Yeah.
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 That's how it is in everything.
It's like, oh look, Dan.
Dan,
Oh
that's
look,
too
Dan
good.
won again.
Fuck that guy.
Wow, this
Good
is
job,
exciting.
Dan. Fuck you. What was it? We started that level, I spawned next to my girlfriend, and she just starts hitting me, and I'm like, stop hitting me. And she hits me again, and then I just take one of her lives, and she's like, you dick! The rest of the match, she's just chasing me as I'm attacking other people. Because I'm Little Mac and I move too fast.
I feel like I would have done better if I didn't have the Wii pad. Because fuck that thing.
Yeah, I probably would have done better if I didn't have that Pro controller thing, Wii U Pro controller.
There is no
Pro.
substitute.
There isn't. It's sad.
So we should get a second GameCube adapter.
Maybe.
And some GameCube controllers, apparently. Holy shit.
Were they selling those again?
Do they still?
Yeah, we still sell those.
Didn't you guys sell those the whole time?
Yeah.
Like, just no one cared because they're all lonely bastards who only need one controller for one adapter?
Yeah, well.
Yeah, we've always had extra. Since the game launched, we had those extra GameCube controllers.
Nintendo's like, certainly they have friends. We'll send 3 controllers for every GameCube adapter, and every single Nintendo fan's like, no.
I hope Splatoon has split screen. It'd be really weird.
No,
if
I heard they don't.
What?
Yeah, it's online only.
That's insane.
Well, they just sent that out today. Here you go.
Yay.
Mario Kart on the GameCube. Now with LAN adapter support.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
I can't.
But admittedly, it was Double Dash.
Because I was just sitting there and I was like, it's real! Like, with the LAN adapter, like, at some point in my brain, I rationalized that it doesn't exist. That's why I've never seen one.
Okay.
Kind of like the GameCube controller with the keyboard.
The same thing, yeah, or the same thing with the internet thing. Where you get a broadband or some sort of connection for playing Phantasy Star Online.
For the GameCube?
For the GameCube.
That's what the LAN adapter is.
Oh, is that?
Yes,
Oh,
because
right.
it's a Cat 5 cable.
Ah, well then, I don't know technology.
You know, didn't the GameCube have like a 56K side and a broadband
so.
side, and those were two different adapters?
I think so, yes.
What the fuck was with that?
They were trying to be accommodating.
I need to pimp my GameCube, clearly. Man, you know what the best part as a game journalist was around like 2001?
What?
It was when Sony like was talking all this smack for the last like 2 years, and they're like, we're dragging everyone into the broadband age. We're only gonna support broadband because fuck 56K. Only idiots use that. And then they're like, it has both. And then Microsoft's like, we only have broadband because we want our online to be good.
Yeah.
Remember back then when games could have online multiplayer and not charge you as a service of the console? That's weird.
What are you talking about? Xbox was doing that from day one.
I'm just saying on PS2,
Yeah.
which came out first with the
True.
online, because even though,
But there were like no good games.
fucking Tony Hawk, fuck you.
I never got to play Tony Hawk Online.
Right, which is why nobody understands my story of like Dan's channel. What was it? We were playing Smash or just hanging out, and I was like, I'm channeling every asshole in an online game ever. Get on my level, scrub. L2P, play your class. Now I'm gonna do a grind for 15 minutes, and you all have to watch. That is what Tony Hawk Online was. Me just being like, I thought I was good. The match has been over for 10 minutes. And he's just like, fuck you! Because you can't move.
Right.
You can't do anything. You're just standing perfectly still like a fucking testament to his awesomeness. One time he bailed, though, and that was pretty good. Because it was 9 minutes of just watching him do shit and then fall. It's like, you lost, idiot. That's what you get for not landing in the last 9 minutes.
Yeah, okay.
So where's our Tony Hawk 3 Let's Play?
Some years after the Bastion Let's Play.
Some years. Just to give it distance? Don't
Yes.
want that skis on your Bastion?
Yes.
So during the Bastion Let's Play, are we going to drink ICP energy drinks, or are we saving that for the Tony Hawk one?
So don't forget our Devil May Cry 2 and 4 Let's Play.
And
Black Ops 3,
and
dude.
the much desired Lords of Shadow 2 Let's Play.
God, you people are terrible. Stop bringing up the fact that we might vaguely owe people this stuff. So
Get us more subscribers, then we'll suffer.
you know, some channels do that to their fucking fans. They like will upload each video and say, "Get this to 10,000 likes for the next part." That
Yeah.
happens a lot.
Yeah, that's a common YouTube.
Ow.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're super nice. We're
Whoa.
like, hey, we made this thing, and we always like invest way too much money in our equipment and stuff, so that way it looks and sounds good.
We?
We.
Oh, okay. I was like,
You're a fucking freeloader. I don't know. You have to show. You get to show up, and you're like, my face is on the internet. Meanwhile, we're like hundreds of dollars later.
that's your choice, man.
That's your choice. You don't have to buy the thing that's recording
Hey,
my face.
hey,
I could just sit in this room
hey,
and talk.
I
It will
sup-
find its way to
I
the internet.
supplied the web camera.
So about why we need to buy another capture card so that way we can remove that. I'm buying him out of GigaBoots. I'm just kidding. Aww. It's okay. You can buy the next capture card. So in any case,
Black Ops 3.
Black Ops 3 details leaked. Oh snap!
So we are we're recording this the day before all this is actually going up.
This is on Saturday. Surprise! We're in the past. Help us escape.
Reach through your screen.
But some of the stuff
That looks cool. Like that lens.
Almost there, please.
Please God, why? And then I fall, and then it's like. When you walk away, you won't hear me.
God damn it. God, I'm walking away.
Don't go.
So, Black Ops 3 news. We got it's gonna have a co-op campaign, which is
This is a weirdly warm chair.
yes.
Wow, your posture must be terrible. I'm like way too high now.
Well, yeah, we're both leaning in like this to the microphone.
Okay, thank you. So Bob, you were saying things.
Excuse me while I put my dick on screen.
Actually, it's just your gut.
And off I go again.
So Bob,
Yeah.
Call of Duty Blops 3.
Flops 3.
Cod blops. I like saying cod blops.
It's pretty
It's
fun.
delicious.
It's got a co-op campaign that's designed to be replayed. Does that mean like Spec Ops?
It sounds like they have something with arenas.
Is there a new
and
game
then-
plus?
No, but
So
you
wait.
can level up your character kind of like for multiplayer, and you can unlock new guns and that
Okay.
sort of thing.
Are you gonna go to a thing, hold square, and then fight off waves of enemies?
I hope not,
Okay.
but I wouldn't be too surprised.
Cod blops. No, we're Destiny.
That's the grossest thing. We found it.
But that might be neat if that's done right. Then a co-op campaign would be cool for one of these games.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Spec Ops was the best part of Modern Warfare 2.
Right.
So if they do something that's that sort of thing where it's not like, hey, I'm a bunch of dumb cutscenes, and it's just like, here's this cool, fun thing to play, that'd be great.
And then also it's got a new movement system involving. What did I write?
Slides, thrust jumps, and
Mantling.
mantling. All of that sounds like sexual moves.
Who says it isn't?
I feel like we've had all of these movement types in previous Call of Duties, but they're new.
Was there thrust jumps?
Yeah, the
Yes.
slide was definitely there. I don't remember the frogs thrust jump thing. So
This thrust jump, the last game you had the boost jump stuff.
Okay.
And I feel like that's probably what this is.
okay, and mantling, yeah, that has.
Yeah,
what
that's-
is what is that?
Mantling-
In all
That's when you
reality?
jump over a small thing.
By using like a hand and
Yeah.
jumping
Oh, okay.
over and
Yeah.
move smoothly.
That's like a mantle.
Right, okay. So it's jumping over small walls.
Yes, but using your hand to do it.
Okay.
You know.
Instead of just jumping, you're like,
Yep,
"Ha."
exactly. So
Gotcha.
so you can do it faster.
Okay.
Oh,
And Zambies has a narrative.
Yeah, now
Zombie
the
mode.
zombie mode has that narrative.
because of course Black Ops needs to just keep diving in on this fight.
well, the
You know
zombies-
what? It just occurred to me. This is a sequel to Black Ops 2. Did anyone ever need that?
I think that's all that the fans have been asking for.
Fuck those guys.
Yeah, basically.
We've only reviewed one Call of Duty, and it was Black Ops 1. So if you want to know why I'm like this, just go watch that.
They do somehow manage to have the absolute worst narrative.
Which is incredible. It's a race to the bottom with jetpacks. Like, fuck.
Yeah!
My narrative's screaming numbers! Black Ops 1 was great. Hey, Bob. How many people have pre-ordered
They can't pre-order it until tomorrow.
until when this goes up?
You're right.
So give us a number.
Also, there's going to be beta access.
So you
For
can
pre-orders?
pre-order for your power to the player.
Yeah.
Trade in last year's game. Fuck.
Right. Oh yeah, it's Polygon reporting on all this stuff early, but it's going to be reported by the time this is up.
Yeah, I just...
Yeah.
God, could they have made a Call of Duty game I care about less?
I feel like Black Ops 2 was still kind of fun. Like
I hear it has a cool story mechanic where it branches.
I'm not talking about the story. Let's not talk about the story. Let's just.
No cameras.
But it's gameplay wise, for multiplayer, it was the best feeling one since Modern Warfare 2, but still wasn't as good as that because it still had weird spawning issues. But it felt like the maps weren't as horribly as designed as Ghosts and Advanced Warfare. But who knows? They might just screw that because there's a new movement system. Who knows? It's gonna be garbage.
I just...
I don't know. I had a thing.
What's up?
It was completely unrelated because, once again, similar. Pretty much most of these stories are like, here's all my fucks. Oh, it's nothing. Because I've never played a Call of Duty game. No, I've played it. I played the multiplayer at a New Year's party. That's as far as I've gotten in those games ever. I've never owned one, and I barely played them. I've never played Gears of War. I'm interested in seeing Square Enix.
Yeah, the Square Enix conference is definitely like the cream of the crop for
If
this.
only because I get to see more Star Ocean, hopefully.
Right, they might show Star Ocean. They might tell us about Dissidia coming to consoles. Like they could.
There's so many things I care about that they could do that hopefully they won't be like Final Fantasy VII again. Just kidding. We don't have anything.
We did a conference as a joke.
It was a joke. We're the joke, and your joke's on you.
Punchline, haha. Blows up room. Jeff Gerstmann, no! Jeff Gerstmann's like, I'm live streaming from Giant Bomb headquarters. And I'm like, oh, okay. Fucking cares. I'll miss, yeah, I can't even remember his name. Never mind.
But it was just completely unrelated. It was
And Rebecca
just,
Sugar was in the crowd. No! Steven Universe.
Oh, what? Why?
Yes.
Don't even joke about that.
Square Enix, why?
Square Enix would become history's greatest monsters.
Like they've always destined to be. They're like, we've been draining the core of the earth for decades. That was about us.
Anyway, today I was talking with my just an acquaintance, someone I knew, and I was just talking with them about games. They're very much not a gamer at all. Like they knew like very little, and she was like, I was thinking of getting into Eve, and I was like, oh yeah, Eve, and I just went into the spiel of like there's a shooter. They're talking about Valkyrie being more of a dogfighter, and Eve itself, and going into all these things. He's like, I had no idea, and then talked about like because Valkyrie is going to have some sort of headset support or VR support, and just talked about that for like another like 30 minutes, and then I realized he was super impressed with my knowledge, and I realized it's super impressing to them, but as a hobbyist, this is like base level knowledge almost.
Checking a website every now and again.
Just struck by like how much of a master of this medium I become to someone who like plays like cell phone games only.
Yeah.
It just struck me as like I could just make up anything I wanted and I'd still sound knowledgeable.
Which,
That's what a lot of people do.
I mean, that's kind of the thing. Yeah, that is what a lot of people and gamers and people who work at game stores do. God, fuck those guys. People who work at GameStop that just lie about shit are the worst human beings. That happens a lot.
Yeah.
Like, what was it? You worked with a guy once who would just lie to customers about, like, oh yeah, no, they're announcing this, or this game is coming.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, it happens.
And it's just like, no, they didn't announce that. And as someone who isn't full of shit, standing right next to them, you have to make that call of, do I like risk job security / make this very uncomfortable? Go, no, he's fucking lying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like when I show people what we do, like the reviews especially, because that's a more impressive thing. They're like, oh, wow. And, like, you can tell the oh, wow isn't over, like, we got this special effects shot, or, like, that camera looks nice, blah, blah, blah. It's like, you got your face on the internet. How'd you do it?
Yeah. How did you... Well, we used a magic device called a camera.
What was it? Okay, I'm going to put out the challenge to all of our fans who are at least made it this far. Fucking a coworker came up to me, and they were like, oh, that's how that person has higher quality videos than you, or something like that. I don't know how it led into that. This person doesn't lead into things per se. But in any case, I just fucking gut reaction laughed. I'm like, ha ha ha! I will pay you $20 if you find somebody with higher quality videos than me. My 20-minute Let's Play parts are 4 gigabytes! And then it occurred to me, oh yeah, no, that is insane.
Then you were like, oh yeah. Why am I not in jail?
Why have they not jailed me? Shouldn't I own the internet with this many gigs?
He just goes up. What's the charge? He has the highest quality videos of gameplay on the internet. Jail forever.
Oh, cool. How much money has that made you? He's lost thousands. How?
He's recouped hundreds at best. Sentenced to time served. Like, your own mind. The mind jail.
The fucking judge is like, jail's too good for you. Just takes me down in court.
I'm invoking the ancient right of euthanasia.
It's just written on the side. It's a really big gun. Like euthanasia. Lots of A's in there.
Euthanasia.
But yeah, no, if you guys find anyone, I would be delighted.
Is this
So
the
just-
GigaBoots challenge?
This is the GigaBoots challenge. Find higher quality videos on the internet than GigaBoots.
Man, why didn't we get the amazing title of HD Gaming?
Yeah, that is a channel.
Yeah.
You know, I plan on updating Vegas just so we can deal with DaVinci better.
Right.
And make this and everything else we do much easier. So we get the 4K rendering out of that.
Dan, stop.
Please stop.
Never! GigaBoots has been brought to you by the support of our producers Vincent Poverk and Cywolf via our Patreon. Consider becoming a GigaBoots patron today.